Hi, welcome back to my channel, Digital Design Studios. My name is Christy, and today I'm going to show you how to make this patchwork pumpkin. We're going to use basic elements and design shapes that are available to us in PicMonkey. We're going to create this pumpkin from scratch. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Any feedback would be appreciated. Also, if you don't want to make this pumpkin, but you still would like to own this pumpkin, you can purchase this design from my Etsy store, Digital Designs 405. Let's go get our design on. All right, everybody, let's get started on our adorable fall pumpkin. To get this started, we're going to go right into our graphics. So let's get our graphics going. We're going to need 7 ovals, and we'll get those from our basic area, our basic shapes. And I'm going to use this oval that has a thick outline on it. And when you first put this out, you'll see that it has a fill, but it's been turned off. It's been turned to a transparent background. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that. And I'll explain a little later why we need to do that. So now I'm just going to duplicate this 7 times. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're just going to start taking these and kind of moving them around. And we're just kind of layering them on top of each other. And then we'll kind of manipulate them a little bit more here in just a second. This will allow us to kind of get an idea of what our pumpkin will look like. So let's get that in there a little bit better. Okay, so you can just play with these a little bit. And I'm going to bring these down a little further to kind of create more of a rounded shape. And I'm going to bring these in just a little bit so that these side ones are a little more visible. Need a plump pumpkin. So you'll notice that the toggle or the snap grid is kind of messing with me. To avoid that, you can use your mouse arrows, and that'll let you manipulate it a little bit better without having to fight with those grid locks. All right, so if you had some that were not, mine actually turned out okay as far as how it was overlayered. You have this one in front and then this one in front of this one, etc. But if you have them kind of cattywampus, you can use these here on the side, on the right hand side, to put them in the places that you need them. So next, let's go ahead and get our stem. And I'm just going to steal one from one of their other graphics that they have. Go over to this rainbow, and we're going to turn that off. And then I'm going to just erase everything that I didn't need. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and move that behind there, and voila. Our pumpkin is taking shape pretty nicely. So now it's the fun part. Now we're just going to fill these in, and then once we have the fill, we'll create, I'll show you how I created the doodle effect. It's a little different than the way I did the doodle letters. but it's definitely easier than drawing with my mouse. I keep trying that out and it's not working at all. But let's get these pumpkin pieces filled. So the reason we had to fill this in was because if the fill is turned off, and I'll turn that off, so now we have just our outline, and I go over to texture and I try to put in my plaid in textiles, it just puts it in the outline, which is not what we're trying to do. So I need to have the fill on, and then it will fill the whole pumpkin. It'll fill the pumpkin to include the outline. So because it's going to take my outline with it whenever I fill it, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate that. I'm going to remove that fill on that one, go back to my piece that's in place, and now I can put my texture in there. And I'm using textile, and I'm using this very cute fall plaid. And you can change these however you want, but I like mine to be the smallest so it fills in a lot of it. And then all I'm going to do is just line this other piece up so that it creates my outline. And then just to keep things simple as we're working, I'm going to go over here, select both of those, holding down my control button, and group them. So now I don't have an extra shape. We're going to do the same to the next. So select it, duplicate it, remove that fill, move it out of the way, select the piece in place, go to textures, and then I used paint, and I like this orange and blue. Obviously I don't want the blue, so I just increase the size, and then it fills it. You can also, drag it around a little bit and play with it. Go ahead, apply that, and put that in place. And because this is a new piece, you'll see that it has a layer on top. All we're going to do is put it above that orange, and you'll see that it moved it to the back. And then we're going to select both of those and group it. And so basically, that's the same process I'm going to do for the rest of these. Okay, so I've got all my pieces filled in. Now we just want to create our doodle effect. So we're going to go over to graphics. We're going to grab doodles. Doodle. And you'll see these like scribbles. So I'm going to grab these ones. And so we'll just go over here and we're going to take that fill out, change that to white, and then just going to play with it in here on your piece. And then you're just going to erase everything that you don't want. So let's erase that. I'm going to turn up my hardness here. Okay, and if you end up erasing more than what you wanted, I'm just using my mouse to scroll in. Remember, you can paint it back. And I'm going to go ahead and decrease that size because there was 2 pieces. Okay. And there. So now we have kind of our like little doodle on there. I'm going to add some more doodles. Kind of like these bouncing scribble. There's another one, the spring scribble. And I'm going to make it black. And we're just going to shrink it down a little bit. And we'll put it on here. And there we go. And then I'll go ahead and use this other one. Again, getting rid of the transparency and changing this to black. But I'm going to use it for this one. Let me go ahead and flip that so I don't have the start and end point. This right here, start and end point on there. Okay, and then back to our eraser. And I'm going to increase the size of that. Let's see. Get rid of all of that. I like that. Let's just slide it over a little bit. There we go. And then we'll grab some more of our little springs. I think that'll look cute up here. And then we can add another one down here maybe. Okay. So now that we have these two, this white kind of outline doodle on there and this black one, we're just going to play with those. Like you can actually duplicate this one and then you don't have to redraw it. But you can use this one and like I'm going to turn it this way so it's a little bit different. And then I'll just erase what I'm not using. Ta-da! So I'm going to repeat that for this orange piece and this other plaid piece, and then we'll work on our heart. Okay, so now I've added all my doodles, all my lines. Now we just need to add our heart. So I'm going to zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and select all this. And since we're done working on the actual pumpkin pieces, I'm going to group that together, and now my pumpkin is one solid piece. Let's go to graphics and go to heart. There's two hearts that I like in here. There's this broad heart, and then there's another marker heart that kind of have that scribbled, this one right here, that have the scribbled look. This one fills in really nice, so I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to do a leopard fill. So we're just going over to textures, wildlife, take that fade off. And I want my spots to be a little bigger, so we'll add that. Now it kind of blends in with my pumpkin, so I'm going to add an outline. Make it black. But even with that, it's still kind of blending in. So I'm going to duplicate it, and on the outline, instead of black, I'm going to make it white. And I'm going to go ahead and increase that thickness. And then all I'm going to do is move that to the back. Now I don't necessarily care if this one lines up perfectly. I kind of like it to be just a little off. like that. And let's group that together because I want to cant the whole heart together. Just a little bit more like that. I think that's pretty cute. And then we can add a doodle to it as well. Let's get some more doodles. Bouncing one. This one has more of a curve to it, so it may fit our heart a little better. Yeah. That's more better. So, add that one there. And I think I'm going to go ahead and add another one here. There we go. And we'll delete that one. And then there we have it. We'll group all that together. And now you have a pumpkin to be used in another design. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, thanks again for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you like any of my other videos, again, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell. Any feedback would be appreciated. If you'd like to purchase any of my designs, you can visit my Etsy shop at Digital Designs 405. And I will see you in the next video.